I'm officially dropping To Your Eternity are words that I've been putting off since episode 7. Admittedly, I just wanted to see if they could pull it back together because To Your Eternity is such a special show. Season 1 is nearly a masterpiece, and Season 2 is still a very strong season despite being a little bit of a step down from Season 1. Season 3, though, I found myself not caring. I just got done watching episode 9, and I wanted to give it a chance of building back the pieces that they lost in episode 7, and admittedly, episode 8 gave some interesting plot lines that just completely ignored everything in episode 7, and episode 9 focused very heavily on that Mimori plotline that made me almost drop the show, and I sat there, and I watched it, and I said, I don't care. I don't care. Like, that's the problem, is they did such a poor job of setting everything up in episode 7 that when we find out that Mimori is depressed not just because of her brother, but because her mom is neglectful and doesn't care, like, there was a whole thing in there was like, oh, her parents abandoned her to go on a vacation. That doesn't set anything up. Honeymoons are common. We didn't know any of this in her depression. And yeah, you can say, oh, well, of course, we need to wait for them to set it up. But like, I found myself not caring because they just didn't do it well. Like, again, abandoning your child for a honeymoon is not an explanation or a setup for anything. So when they try to use that to tie back into it, I was just like, that's bad storytelling. And again, the stuff with Hiratoshi is continuing to be awful. Yes, it was nice that the knocker taking over Mimori poked fun at him having a child complex, but that's all you get, is it's a joke, and then no one else cares about it and you move on. That is a disgusting and abhorrent thing. Being interested in children and your sister is something that needs to be handled with care, and this show continues to treat it like a joke, in my opinion. And episode 9, for all the good that it brought, proved to me that they're not gonna handle it well, and they're not gonna give you anything for Hiratoshi and the punishment that he deserves. And it's just, all the stuff with the knockers wanting world peace I thought was really interesting, and the way that it counteracts Fushi's worldview of world peace and his negligence to reality. I actually have found that stuff really, really interesting, but they're just not going about it in any way that I want to support. So even if they can continue to maybe put some pieces back together, they just burn that bridge, and it's an unfortunate reality that I need to face for someone who loves To Your Eternity so much. But now in my headcanon, it ended with season 2. Fushi got his world peace, he sat in that tree, and everything was good. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, drop a like and follow, and as always, stay nerdy.